Excited to share this thing. Big Jim so big last weekend and unusual Father's Day special again, but schedule allowed him with us last week and started to seize our. We always have it our mix come give a good word to us. I'll ask you in Luke chapter 6, two quick words with you. I did a chance to elaborate on this last, but the baptism I did with Chris Martin, is the executor of the whole Pacific. And he said he doesn't like good. He said when people he's in Hawaii, what we do for your suffering, Jesus said, kind of fun of you calling. Said that very few persist in that, and really the fact persist, and that we ask any of them other than mail with their churches. And we've taken initiative. We're praying. And he says it's not unusual. It's not every week, but when the not week does by, but somebody comes and says, "What church Nana pray us for?" And what's the story behind it? And it's the story. Just chose love the adopt this year. And you sweet words for what partnership look like in the future. I'm very encouraged by the number of folks excited about helping it for them. It really approved our time. And I'm going to tonight. I told them do, but tonight I want to encourage one to be 96. I don't know more important. At 60 during our service is preaching. I'm going to share a convention from our national mission board. We're commissioned 30 to do submission to the next. I think that you need this. I want you to your heart. I'll get to see words themselves. The one will strike interest in any of you. Very missionary speaks. Him is speaking from the Baptist Church, Airborne, Ohio, and through the Baptist Kitchen. Evan is son of Jeff and Barbara men who have been married in Africa for 20 years, who've been on new occasion. And Jeff's son and his wife now mission to reach there in Africa. Well, encourage like tonight's 30. Know there's the industries. The most important things we can after you tonight pray for missionaries. We know I want him to be back to 6. And not just story. I said every ought to be church city. But let me encourage. I think that bless you to sleep. I want to hear the testimonies of people involved in this service. About 20 minutes. I'm going to preach. We're going to have our own service. We're going to show you and wait for the mission. I very spend time as one new nurse missioned through our missionary nation. We're in Luke 6. This passage is in Luke chapter 6. We've had sermon planes. The parallel sermon. A sermon was preached. Matthew's pulled the sermon out. Here they're on a plane. And the sermon's a little different. It doesn't bust because preaching to people in time and it's a different method. Some rings. Last we were together talking about the series of woe and blessing. We also came away from the fact in Luke 6. Jesus disciples. He walked every day with us for years. I don't know why. Just that again for the various times. Shake. Can you imagine walking, teaching, traveling Judas every day for over 3 years? No one would betray. There's something like that. So last time we learned 7 through 20, talked about some basic principles for living. And we had to be reminded kingdom apart, or we price kingdom our own. And secondly, to ask, are we filled with with the Savior? That's what are we willing to pay? What are you willing to pay to serve a king? What investment are you make? Fourthly, a question we expect treated in Jesus. So we because we're spoiled by the American church that just peaches cream and all on TV tell you send $1 live happy after. That is biblical Christianity. Just self-abuse, accusation. We think following him is going to be all roses and cherry pies. I mean, it's not the case. So I asked the question, we expect it better than this. So pick up 20 and read verses this morning as we walk this chapter of Luke. I say you which hear. That's a loaded statement, isn't it? I say unto which hear. I say unto which hear. What a list are you? How well do you hear? We're not good at listening, are we? Matter of fact, in today's society, it doesn't matter or not, you're allowed to win. Right? You call it the bringer. We don't listen, but we just have louder. As long as we're loud, we feel like it. Well, what do you think? Have you seen these TV? That's the whole, whoever's going to win. And I'm afraid that's traded into our home. Jesus seeking to people who need to listen. And let me categorically say, all of us hear what Jesus said. Love enemy. Do them with you. Bless that curse. Pray for which despitefully use. Him that steal on the one, off the other. And him that way you're forbidden, make your coat so. Give to every mask in him that way thy ask again. Then as I should the boys and children, verse 30, we would refer to golden. And you would that do unto you, do so to them likewise. If you love which love you, what have ye? First also those that love them. If you do them which do you, what have ye? First also do even them. You lend of whom you receive, thank him for sin, lend us to receive much again. But love your enemies, good and hoping thing again, and your Lord shall beat. He called the children of the highest. He is kind to the unful and to the evil. Be more merciful as your Father in heaven. Our Father is full. Jesus continues to kingdom principles. And I just let you know something you need to understand absorb when you thought the King of Christ. Is that kingdom of Christ, Christianity, is counter-cultural. We no longer live in a Christian culture where put aside the side that says first people automatically to it. I don't know the side where real existed we roll size of it. I'll tell you fact, society living that does not applaud the values, virtues of Christian. If you think being Christian in society makes you normal, you're mistaken. Everything of being in the kingdom of Christ put into competition with the church. It really was how much it was at the, I hate this personal story, but we were at Grand Canyon. We took a day at convention up the canyon. I thought I'm going to be opened with the God, and man, it was glorious. We walked in from the visitors, by the way, parked in the spot by the wall at the visitor center. I don't know how that followed instance. Lot 2 and 3 full, didn't get in. In front of me, and you turn back and park in 1, 2. I pulled the curb. I thought somebody might throw 8 miles. I realized I'm here by the rooms and they're sending gift shop snacks. And the girl couldn't believe that's park lot, and I don't park. Just throwing a blessing Lord, he was with me. We walked at point 1, 2 miles from Mathers over to the El Termoton and was there. And we were joining it, pictures of the way. A few pictures of me in background. Every time Took a picture. She asked to take a couple steps back. I was really getting, so I was like, honey, back up, back up. Oh, the picture. But as we went along the rim, they had markers up with symbols from the canyon. Explain how many millions of years ago that rock formed, and how millions ago this formed. The last walk is the one is evolutionary, and it was sweat. I just thought it was so built in millions of years. Then we came to one mark. I really not out of the Debbie the mood stop. So stop. This one goes. There's a gear of 1.2 years. Well, the other is you're making all up. So gap. We took off this walk, kept seeing these things, just kept seeing evolutionary as an evolutionary trend, evolution, and on me how culture we are. If we believe the Bible, if God spoke was, if we believe first man breathed in us, and if we that got through again storm, one major flood, scooped out all cans of millions and millions, we're going to culture. It was enough with Sedona and all the rocks. That's gorgeous down there. No hands about it down there. There was no middle of it. I thought it interesting. But countercultural, we live. Jesus, verse 23. Bless them, love me, do good that hate them that curse you. Pray for them that hurt. Turn the other. This is where we're resting from. Turn cheek. How knew that if you got on one side to it's not what we turn cheek, kid. All right, that's you know. Jesus is literally. If they want dirt, give them your. Now, they're a military description that place. We just take clothing, needed it battle, and it's just saying, "Died him a cloak, shirt off." This is revolutionary because he says, "Love enemies." That's countercultural, and so much hate people hate us. I mean, I grew up time all hated Christians, right? I mean, all those emotions. Aren't you sent marriage to right? You know, I today when I'm really we feared what was going to do that. They will be there. Who knows? Just tell them we need to be careful that we don't. The world standard people hate us. We're to our enemies. Good to them eat you. Bless that curse. Ever get? I'll figurative and or you ever get that? You know the best response? Lord. And then walk away. They, you know, he doesn't say either and take the other cheek, two right? Then walk away. But he says, bless the curse. Now we're good at letting people bless, but boys disagree. Body, we out of hand. We don't know what doing something differently or give us away. Jesus says, bless the curse you. I got a call this week, Pastor, just from my heart. Been at 3-4 doing great there. Blessed him. He planned, done a good there. And he said, bro, I did. I had a phone call like that. One of these that has been almost one is everybody having marital problems. Well, our marital problems. Well, no. Are you sure? Yeah. Your wife that you're not. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, since it's all serious, this morning, like your wife will pull, tell you how much you her is thrown it. Look at everybody in that. I'll say, heard a room. The contrary don't believe person eating you and turn yours in the trans. He goes, you guys should absolutely. And I said, I want to do it that way. And that they are careful. And they curse you, spreading farmers. You ever a story wasn't true? Or some. I was in college, a little soft kind of blur. And it's one of the narration story, something along with a verse chorus, and of course, Bather's full band. I was in, so was it 85, 86, we're in that ballpark. It's a story called Rumor Mill. This song says, let me story local in eyes. One in every town, no matter its size. It doesn't turn up it or bring any revenue. It's for one thing. That's the it'll do. It's rumor mill. It's twisted, sure though, because nothing secret in the rumor mill. People who wear their all tears, the only vacation, mouth and ears. If he's not enough that day, the doctor doesn't send it away. It doesn't matter who's under who on a hurt, as long as they're listening, the shove hurts at rumor mill. The rumors where they fracture eyes, the mill where truth discussed, the room where reputations are, the room where none is untouched. If it can be twisted, sure they will. There ain't nothing sacred at the mill. Now listen, children, to the thing I make. You've got a lot to lose their ethic. The Bible states reap what you sow and shown mercy by the mercy you show. Set your mouth and ask friends to do the same. Bull wine victim, no one else claim at the room. Because if you twist, you can let it. There ain't nothing sacred at the mill. You know, who are cruel Christians need to stand to blame them to us, or to do to them eat us, and we're to for them despise us. You know what? That's cruel to do. People ugly. Pray for people bad with you. Can I tell you a little rule here, past counselor? This is paroled by 1-6. Really, this is shelfology, right? I said, care all of you what I'm suggesting. Then you get mad at somebody, pray them. You'll discover the more pray for somebody, the harder it is mad at. It's hard to like so you're asking Jesus to. I know you are in a situation where people talk or mouthing or you're anybody. Y'all real spirit folks here. I want to encourage you against those culture. You're in do good that hate, bless that curse, pray for those despise. Very little. Jesus said, or any other. I'm going to press that this okay. Here I'm going to give him. No, I like you on the cheek and let the other cheek smack up. Now that gets the culture too, does. Mind it that Jesus has called us blending. He's supposed to be. So number one, Christians very countercultural. Need to bully them. The only thing. Then the rules clear. Treat us the way we expect them to treat. The way we'd love to treat them. Don't only treat the way they treat you. You're just pagans. This goes on about that very 2:4, doesn't he? Wink ye think have. David's paraphrased this about change scripture. Don't accuse that. That's a whole thing to say. I'm in there. I believe this is eternal God. Be careful. Jesus said this morning, saying it, that verse 30. If you love you, some paraphrase now, big sinners will love them. You love you. What's the deal about it? Everybody does. Jesus for us, he did it. We need to understand that doing other people who we get reward is not matters. Now, ask you this question. Why did you do? Did you get rewarded, to firm, to law, or do you do what's that? Do you do based on principles of Scripture? Think with me for a minute. What motivates you to do Christ? What motivates you to involve program ministry involved? Is it so people go, oh, you're so just at your own back? Is people, oh, we for this? Yeah, the most thing stuff we do is nobody in Jesus about. Hey, you love who love you? Whoop. You do those good to you? Hey, whoop. Sinners do that. Lend the Pope and the King, big whoop. Sinners do that. Be different. What about if we do it in His name? Oh, we be careful. Nothing hurt than people in your motive. Pastor, why sending those kids to school? Hungry? Or are they going to church? Well, love for that. We're trying to love people. Well, they're going to get money to us to pay food. Right. That's it. After I can't send them to care. Tell you, I don't better than you can make any day. Helping a child youth camp. All right. Now, our mission, my heart, we ought to be more than we get. Okay, so you can invent that on your heart eternity. You help, and I'll tell you, the kids going from our church, they're paid deposit, a non-gift from a who loves in our family covered the rest. All right, me. You thought to pay to go camp. You helped, you sponsor, you did things with, and had some of them money covers in result that, and that's a fleshed out. You understand? There's how you went. Well, those kids grow up. You're right. They want another church and invest in fold. It's king principle, folks. Why do what we do? Simply do it to Eve. We're for the wrong reason. And she goes, what's the big deal about that? Hey, some papers. You know what? He loves his wife almost as much as I. And I almost think it's love for eternity because we're going together. We'll be husband in heaven. I think I'm bringing this there. But we'll get eternity. He's going to wife for their lives, and guess what? He's not going to heaven with them. His love, he can serve other. Pagan sinners, they do all the things to each other to gain it. The principle for us is we need to be cultural, do things differently. We need those are an option to us to live by the rule. We need to practice cultural Christianity, motives pure. Then verse 5 and 6, it's a great principle. We need to press mercy. Love enemies to the land, hoping then again. Your reward shall be great. You shall be the children highest captains. Reference 9, reference to God. For God is kind unto the thankful and to the evil. Wait a minute. Shouldn't something like this? But love enemies do lend nothing again. Your Lord shall great, you children of the highest. He'll be to you. I'm so not changing scripture. Jesus said the way he did. Jesus said, love other people, those who hate you, those who won't bless you, those who are terrible to you, because God loves them. Let me ask you a question. Kind to somebody who's a believer, do you love more than this stuff? No. Prove it's in Jesus the cross for them. You've a couple dollars. Jesus gave his own to them. Who let the virgin of you on my way? As he said, love enemies, but live for nothing. Your reward is great because you to be children of the highest. Elsewhere it says, oh, you're my follower, you're one another. God, one who is to the unfaithful and to the evil. And then verse 6, therefore, merciful as Father, also merciful. So I'm talking about a father. A priest this week, missionary showed up. I'm just kidding. But listen, attention, as our Father is. We have family and stuff. Good, practice good principles. Be there merciful as your Father in heaven is merciful. Can I ask a question? What mercy? Now, up as the three used to play and called me. And always called me. Going to great tales, both brothers be senseless. Or raw or charity. I mean, I don't even want about it. And I had out mercy. I was taught, cried out, you were so I was allowed mercy. Really, the game, get beat up by brothers. The three boys. But that mercy is it? Now let's be clear here. There's a difference between grace and mercy. Grace is unmerited favor. Grace, God already given. It's in Jesus the cross. You see unmerited favor. God said here to some of you that Jesus paid that woe died place of your sin. His grace, God's just grace. But here, challenged merciful. Mercy is very different, yet they're when you go to a judge because you were 50 cents an hour, 5 sellers, and you get over and you ticket it before the judge, and the judge says, what's your story? Hey, judge, have grace on me. No, you don't. This is unfavor. What's the judge for is mercy. Hey, I'm mercy. I'll fine. Would you have mercy on me? Instead of having to pay the plea for my mistake, would you forgive me? Don't. Know that you see that it's there and clearer. Grace is not what you not deserve to forgive sin. Mercy is not what you deserve because of sin. God sees everything. We're not consumed. Be merciful as your Father also is merciful. If it's children, we behave like. You know, there's no greater testimony in the world. Someone says, you're a Christian. Oh, a family resembles to the Father. I want you to see principles. It says you are to my kingdom, you got to end against those king counter call. Bless them. Practice the rule. Change motivation. You're doing for the rights. Practice. See. When was the time you practiced merciful? When was the last time that you said, you know? They deserve kindness. My Father in heaven, He loves and I can't. And I'm going to them. I love them. I pray for them. I'm going to practice the golden rule. I make my motion for I do in His name, but I practice mercy because He is merciful. And friends, I tell you someday, the greatest illustration you share mercy is tell somebody about Jesus. There's a way for you to be full to say than to let of their neighbor say, you deserve it. God reached in love, provided. You deserve His goodness. You deserve His grace. You don't deserve His mercy. That's why it's so amazing. When was the last time you told somebody they could have Him? I say very candid. I say it carefully. The church needs to be good. By our actions, where people can just not heaven. We don't about you. I don't care how many study classes you've taught, or how many take it, the online classes, or how many TV shows you've followed. I don't care how long you've been in this church. When the last time you told someone about Jesus, it's sharing mercy. You have to die lost. You have to die unreal. You don't have to wait for eternity free from Him. You can come to Jesus. It's just simple. The Bible said all ending comes to glory of God. By the way, all of us, 100%, everyone, all of us, all sinners. The Bible says that God demonstrated His love to us, admitted love, displayed love openly. How we were sinners, Christ died for us on that cross. Whosoever call in the name of the Lord shall be saved. Challenge you, would you call in the name of the Lord? Now, there's nothing cool in doing word. There's something full in there that's similar to this. In heaven, I'm a sinner. I know all of sin. I'm a somebody sinned against you. Father, all of I sinned against you. I'm a sinner. No, I'm sorry from you. My sin. Right now, He not only holds salvation in Jesus, one who came to death did not pay. And you can simply say, Lord, forgive me. I repent my sin towards God. I came to come to my life as Jesus be my Savior. And this morning, you're born again. You experience grace and tenderness of our Lord. You born again. Our heads and our eyes closed, and I challenge you this morning certain salvation to enjoy a moment we call an invitation, hymn, where right people respond, count trained to share across the front of the church. We got other who help you in any way we from the Word of God, but all church that you practice these principles for living. You're bearing mercy. How do you respond this? Head out all over the auditorium, just asking God to speak your heart vividly. Do you know sure Jesus is yours? Experience the new birth. Have you let play your life? Know you've repented and ask Jesus to save you. Once more, just we'll stand there and as we together, just quiet your seat. Nothing matters coming in, but there's very meal in it. Public instruct your desire right with you. It's a fine for those of us today that want to turn again. That's clear in your goal, your commitment. Find out this morning. If you're not certain, if you've ever anything about Jesus, commit today to Him. Share Him what you love, care for. Maybe even morning it's already you're not church family. Share and talk to you that whatever need might be. We will come.